Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Tiernan Center in Richmond as we bring you the first semifinal of the 12th annual Bob Wettig Memorial Tournament. Great to have you with us, and this should be a good one. It's Bloomington South and Zionsville. Bloomington South getting here on the heels of wins over Illinois Crew, and they beat Seton yesterday. They might have had maybe the easiest track here to the semifinal. Meanwhile, Zionsville beat Indy Homeschool and then knocked off Connorsville yesterday 56-45. It's the first of the two games we'll have here at 11:30 and 1. Our second game, it'll be Cathedral against Richmond coming up at 1 o'clock. When we come back, starting lineups are coming up next. The tip-off coming up as well. All the action, as always, right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Zionsville will be the visiting team here in this contest. It'll be Isaiah Davis, 6'6", and a freshman getting the start. Isaiah Thompson, 6 foot, and he's senior, number 11. I'm going to check that Isaiah Davis here in a moment. I don't think it's Davis who they announced. Anthony Scales, 6'4", and a junior, number 22. Nathan Childress in the lineup, 6'6", and a senior. And Hogan Orbaugh, 6'9", and a senior, number 32. Bloomington South. Their starting lineup will consist of Grayson Rowland, 6'2", and a senior. Also Joey Bamba, 6'4", and a sophomore. Noah Yeager is 5'9", and a junior. And then, of course, Adam Graham, 6'5", and a senior, also in the starting lineup. And how can you forget Anthony Leal? What a player he is, 6'5", and a junior, starting today also for Bloomington South. Panthers in their whites, Zionsville in their dark uniforms. We are ready to go. Nathan Childress will jump it up in the middle. Of course, keep an eye on Isaiah Thompson, the 6-foot senior on his way to Purdue. Basketball belonging to Zionsville. Here's Thompson for three. His shot's off the mark. Battle for the rebound, pulled down by Adam Graham. So Panther basketball for the first time. Now we're going to check their lineup. That was actually Brandon Vernon who they were to announce in the starting lineup. He's a transfer from Pike High School. Here's a three on the way the other way. Good. Grayson Rowland getting the Panthers on top in this one, 2-0. Or that was a three. So will be a three-point bucket by Grayson Rowland. Near sideline Scales. Boy, both teams good size. Both teams can shoot. Both teams can defend. Both teams can rebound. Evenly matched semifinal right here. Ball tipped. Turnover at Zionsville. Cold start for the Eagles here today. Bloomington South basketball. Bamba back once again to Graham. Both teams 2-0 in this tournament. Both teams looking for a championship later tonight at 7:30. Here's a release from the right wing. No good as Graham unable to hit that one. Or was that Bamba? It was Joey Bamba, number 11, missing that three. And it will be Zionsville basketball. This is Isaiah Thompson. Keep an eye on this young man right here, Brandon Vernon. He can stroke it from the outside, and we're talking about really shooting deep from the outside. Here's Thompson off the screen. He misses again. 0 for 2. The rebound, Anthony Leal. Leal gets this thing going again. Yeager with the basketball, back to Leal, and they know they got to cover up Leal quickly. 6:06 to go, 3-0, Bloomington South on top. Here's Rowland with the basketball, good ball movement, floater in the lane by Yeager, missed it, battle for the rebound. It'll be Zionsville basketball. Here's Thompson across the timeline, will dump it to Scales. Scales spins with a right hand, scores. Scales gets his first two. 3-2 ball game. Boy, you don't want to miss this one. A lot of fans who were here moments ago staying to watch these two powers go at it here in our first of the two semifinal games. After this, we'll bring you Cathedral, the defending champions of the tournament. That shot is up and no good by Leal. Zionsville, after a one and done, Thompson spins as well. His scoop shot up and good. Isaiah Thompson makes it a 4-3 ball game. Eagles on top. Mention we'll see as that ball's almost stolen away by Thompson. Quick hands by the Purdue recruit. And you got Cathedral and Richmond coming up next. Off the inbound, here is Rowland for three. Can't get that one to go hit the first shot of the ball game, and since then Bloomington South has been off the mark. And now it'll be Zionsville basketball. Down in the low post, the right-hand jump hook good. There is Childress. And all of a sudden a 6-3 lead. Entry pass down low to Graham. Graham the kick out. Good look here at Yeager. And now another three missed by Rowland. And a foul call off the rebound. That'll go against Zionsville. Brandon Vernon picks up his first, team foul number one. In fact, the first foul of the ball game. And the Panthers will set it up now to Yeager. Almost looks like a 3-2 zone put together here by the Eagles. They've got Scales out on top. That gives them plenty of length. Leal, nothing there. Once again, Yeager, and it'll be Rowland. I like this kid right here, Leal. Pull-up shot on the way, missed it. He'll go down in a foul. The 6'5 junior to the free throw line. So Vernon just picked up his second. And here is Anthony Leal. Got a text from a fan yesterday. Leal being recruited by a lot of big schools. And I asked, of course, right there down in Bloomington, was Indiana looking at Leal, and so far no offer from the Hoosiers. But this young man, I really like his game a lot. 6'5", Leal, both free throws, halfway through the first quarter. Scales on the screen for Thompson. His pull-up shot no good. And the rebound by Rowland. Here come the Panthers. Leal on the way. Go! Three-pointer by Leal. I would have him an offer on the table before he left this gym. 3:40 to go. 8-6, Panthers on top. Bloomington South and Zionsville. Back the other way. Here's a three missed by Childress. And we have a foul on the rebound. Yeager picks up the foul, his first. Out of the ball game will be Joey Bamba. Connor Hickman coming in at 6'2", sophomore now for the Panthers. Zionsville basketball with 3:25 to go. Here's Thompson. This, another miss. Ball loose, picked up by Scales. Fadeaway shot off the back of the iron. Battle for the loose basketball. Somehow Scales gets it again. Another offensive rebound by Zionsville. The putback is good. And timeout by the Panthers. We will take a timeout as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Tied at 8.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Well, Panthers get a timeout. They want to talk about rebounding after Zionsville got several in succession, tying this ball game at 8 apiece. So now it'll be Panther basketball. 3 minutes remaining here in the opening period of play. 2-3 zone by Zionsville. Leal drives baseline, the kick out. Good ball movement in the corner, and the three-pointer's good. There's Rowland again, his second three-pointer. There's a shot the other way in the corner as well. Answering the call is Ben Wiedner. Tied at 11. That didn't take long. Back and forth here in the first quarter. Here's another three, this time by Yeager. It's good. And now both teams hitting from long range as Yeager hits his first three-pointer. 14-11. 2:17. Thompson, he's been cold. Just the one basket so far. They're going to let him shoot that one, and he hits it. So Thompson comes back with a three. Isaiah Thompson now with 5. Quick pass inside, and the assist as Adam Graham lays it in. That's a great pass by Yeager. 16-14. Panthers with the lead. That is Childress. He struggled a little bit yesterday, but a guy that averages 16 points per game. Here's Thompson on the left wing. The screen by Orbaugh. Orbaugh gets it back in the lane. Contact, and Orbaugh scores. The referees will let him play through that. Orbaugh gets his first 2. Here come the Panthers. Look out. Here is Leal. Gets blocked inside. They'll get it back and lay it in, and a foul. Adam Graham. Scales will pick up the foul. And now Graham at the line to complete the three-point play, and he does. 7 points by Graham. Back to a three-point lead here for the Panthers. That's Thompson on the drive, and I think he took an extra step, and he did. Turnover by the Eagles. That is their second turnover. 1:12 remaining here in the opening period. Bloomington South with a three-point lead and the basketball. And you can see the Eagles staying in that zone. Thompson coming out to guard Hickman right there as Hickman reverses it. Yeager once again back to Hickman. Here's Leal. Good ball movement into the corner. Shot fake by Rowland. Wide open Hickman in the corner. His three on the way. No. Ball tipped, and the rebound by Scales. Here's Thompson with 38 seconds remaining in the quarter. Thompson for three. Got another one. Now he's heating up. 8 points by Isaiah Thompson. Tied at 19 with 25 seconds remaining. Winner of this plays the winner of Cathedral Richmond. South basketball once again. That's Rowland in the corner. Once again, Yeager. Now it'll be Leal. In the corner, here's Rowland. Skip pass back to Yeager. 1 second remaining. Yeager in and out. That'll do it for the first. What an entertaining opening period of play. Both teams back and forth as you would expect. At halftime, tied at 19. We'll be back with quarter number 2 right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
19-19, your score after one back here at the Tiernan Center. Game 1 of our 2 semifinals. Isaiah Thompson with 8 points leading the way for Zionsville. Anthony Leal with 5, but Adam Graham off to a good start. He has 7. Grayson rolling a couple of threes for the Panthers. He has 6 points. Both teams really shooting well early, and we're going to probably see these two just go back and forth all afternoon. Period number 2. Wiedner at the top of that zone. There is Leal slithering in to get 2. Leal, 21-19. Leal now with 7. Just underway here in the second quarter. Thompson stops the three-pointer. Got it again. Thompson, his third 3. He has 11 points. And after missing his first couple of shots, he's on fire now. This is Rowland. Against the zone, Yeager penetrates, finds the open man, and that shot no good. Rebounded by Childress. Here's Thompson, gets bumped, and we've got a blocking foul called. And Thompson, before the shot, foul will be called on Grayson Rowland. That will be his first. .709 remaining. 2 fouls now on Bloomington South. Fadeaway shot might again partially blocked as Childress had a piece of that one blocked by Leal. Bloomington South basketball now down by 1. This is Leal near the sideline, and again the zone at a 3-2 turnover by Bloomington South. Here is the layup at the other end by Childress. He has 4. And a whistle and a timeout on the floor. 24-21 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery. Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Well, Bloomington South getting another timeout following the turnover and the layup by Childress, who now has 4. And now Panther basketball. 6:35 to go in the second. Yeager will bounce to Hickman. Here is Leal. Deep shot, no. Rebound Thompson. Here come the Eagles back the other way. Childress, and that'll be a goaltending on Leal. So Childress now with 6, and Zionsville now leading it by 5. That is the biggest lead so far. Anthony Leal, boy, we saw him get up a couple of times. This guy has an all-around game. It doesn't matter where he is. He can score from the inside and the outside, and at 6'5", a lot of matchup problems for opposing teams. Yeager on the baseline drive, nothing there, and wisely brings it back out front. This is Rowland. 6 minutes remaining before the half. Yeager down the lane and has his shot blocked, but he'll go to the floor and a foul call. Childress coming from that opposite side to reject that shot, but we're going to go to the line. And Wiedner picks up the foul, and this will put Yeager at the line for 2. We will stay at 5. So Yeager gets one more. 3 points for Yeager. Now 4. Back to a 4-point lead. One thing about Thompson, watching him come across the timeline after hitting the last couple of threes, Panthers cover him up as soon as he gets across, and that was Grayson Rowland to make sure that he didn't get open again. There is a steal by Leal. Third turnover, Zionsville on the fast break. Leal reverse layup, good. They ran that to perfection. Back to a 2-point lead. 9 points now by Anthony Leal. Lob pass inside, nearly stolen away. Scales. Boy, a lot of deflections here early. Both teams overplaying. And we've got a foul underneath. I think they got Rowland for his second. He was holding Isaiah Thompson. So Rowland with his second foul. Panthers will come back with Joey Bamba. They'll get a little bit bigger here, but they lose the shooting of Rowland. So the Eagles inbounding, you see right underneath the basket. 5:06 and a whistle and a foul called the other way. Gunnar Veneta coming into the ballgame, the 6'10 junior. He picks up the foul. Zionsville with another turnover as the offensive foul is considered a turnover. So now 4 turnovers by the Eagles. See the Eagles stay in the zone. Here's Hickman. Fadeaway jumper, no. Ball tip out. Good job there by Bamba to keep it alive. And that'll be a traveling call against Connor Hickman. Bloomington South with their second turnover. Richmond here watching. They will play next against Cathedral. We have 3 players that are possible Indiana All-Stars playing in this tournament. Be some junior All-Stars as well, including Anthony Leal of Bloomington South. Skip past Scales. Looking inside of Veneta, nothing there. Bloomington South, little zone themselves, so both teams going zone. Veneta trying to post up underneath. You see him working against Bamba. A lot of contact as Bamba fronting Veneta. And the Bloomington South crowd likes their defense. Thompson shoots at long range, misses, and somehow another rebound here for the Eagles. So Zionsville will keep the basketball. We're going to see Jordan Meeks come in. This will be a little more rebounding size for Bloomington South. He is 6'6". Eagles again being very patient here on offense. Scales at the elbow, nothing. 3:33 to go. Thompson will run the baseline. He'll be covered there quickly, though, by Anthony Leal. So basically, you're almost looking at a box and one type defense, and everybody playing zone other than Anthony Leal. He's going to stay with Thompson. Now the switch. Good defense by the Panthers. And you got to give Zionsville credit for staying patient as well. Boy, a lot of times on offense, you just want to shoot it. Here's a 3 on the way, no good. The tip out and another offensive rebound off the miss from Childress. And that is frustrating. Boy, you play defense, you play defense, you play defense. They miss the shot. They get it back again, and there's an offensive foul on Gunnar Veneta. Gunnar just a junior, 6'10", and they're still working with him. We saw him get a couple of quick fouls yesterday as well. And here we see Jordan Meeks come in. Also coming into the ball game, Hogan Orbaugh for Zionsville, and Veneta will sit down. Also sitting down will be Adam Graham. Graham will leave the ball game with 7. He takes a look at J.R. Holmes, the head coach, and J.R. not happy, I think, with his rebounding effort. So they'll get him back in pretty quick. 2:39. Meeks, high-low underneath. Blocked shot goes out of bounds as Bamba double-teamed. He had Scales behind him and Orbaugh in front. 2:35 to go here in the second quarter. It was a high-scoring opening period of play, and both teams really shutting things down here in the second quarter. Eagles staying zone. That's Meeks. Skip pass. Wide open now is Yeager for 3. Passed up the first one. Misses his second opportunity. It'll be Zionsville basketball. Thompson dribbling away from the double team, and once again will set it up. Jake Ritter at the top of that offense now for Zionsville. Good look at Childress. The step back, picks up his dribble, and that gives it off to Scales. Well, you like Bloomington South, their defense. It can be disguised as a matchup. There is Anthony Leal knocking it out of bounds. They can make it look man, make it look matchup, make it look zone. And it looks like Zionsville, they want to talk about it right here. Quarter number 2, Zionsville leads it by 2 right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Back here at the Tiernan Center, 26-24. Zionsville with a 2-point lead. As we looked at that first quarter, these two teams were up and down the floor, and then things kind of changed drastically in the second. We haven't seen the pace pick up quite as much. So now with 1:41 remaining after the timeout by the Eagles, they have out-rebounded Bloomington South here in the second quarter. Able to give themselves second and third chance opportunities. This is Scales. Thompson off the screen. Orbaugh deep in the corner, and that'll be Childress with a little floater. Good. Good job that time by Zionsville. Childress with 8. Panther basketball with 1:12 remaining. Left wing now to Bamba. Back once again to Yeager, who will set it up. 1 minute remaining. Well, now the Panthers may be just satisfied right here to play for the final shot if Zionsville wants to stay in that zone. Of course, if you're Zionsville, you have no problem letting the Panthers play for that final shot. You have a 4-point lead. Well, you love the coaching here. You have J.R. Holmes on one side, Sean Busick on the other, two guys that have been around a long time, and J.R. Holmes has been a staple for many, many years in the coaching profession. And, of course, you look at Busick and what he's been able to do with the Eagles, and you see the pieces being moved around on this board. Now they'll make the move at 10. Here is Leal. Back once again to Hickman for 3. Missed it. 2 seconds to go. The tip out, and we've got a foul on the rebound against Bloomington South. Yeah, they got a good look, but Connor Hickman unable to finish it. Anthony Leal picks up his first. How would you like to be a college scout and out here looking at some of the talent you're going to see in this game and in the next game as well? And here's one thing about Zionsville. They played without Brandon Vernon. He got 2 quick fouls, and this guy at 6'6" and a senior, he could really stretch your defense. He is back in the ball game. Childress at the buzzer. No. We will go to halftime on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Zionsville 28, Bloomington South 24. We'll come back with the halftime numbers in a moment. This is the Wettig Tournament right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com. Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond. Are you looking for the right place to work out? A place where you have several choices and can have fun at the same time? Well, that place is right here in Richmond, Family Fitness Works. Family Fitness Works has spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, core works, kick fit, body pump, body flow, and much, much more. And don't forget, Family Fitness Works also has Richmond's most extensive free weights and Nautilus in the area. Check out their website at familyfitness.com or stop by at 213 North 3rd Street in Richmond.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
We are back here in Richmond. Halftime score, Zionsville on top of Bloomington South in our first semifinal matchup, 28-24. A very low-scoring second quarter, especially when you consider the way these two teams were getting up and down the floor in that first quarter, but then the pace hit the wall. Both teams ended up in the zone and then holding the basketball a little bit more, and as I said before we got into that first half, you could see the chess pieces being moved all around as both coaches trying to maneuver their teams into position to get an advantage in that first half. Let's start first off with Zionsville. They were led by Isaiah Thompson. He had missed his first couple of shots, but then 3 threes in that first half, 11 points. Nathan Childress with 8 points. And then 3 points by Wiedner, 2 points by Scales, and 2 by Orbaugh. For the Panthers, they were led by Anthony Leal with 9, 7 points by Adam Graham, 6 by Grayson Rowland, and Noah Yeager finished with 4. Panthers with only 2 turnovers in the first half, and Zionsville with 4 turnovers in the first half as well. Following this game, Cathedral Richmond at 1 o'clock. Championship game tonight is at 7:30. Third place game tonight beginning at 6 o'clock. We will have the next game and then the third place game and the championship games all right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. Do not go away. The second half coming up should be a good one. This is the Wettig Tournament right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
Indiana University University East is growing. Enrollment has doubled since 2007, and IU East is the university of choice in this region. With athletic programs, internship opportunities, bachelor's and master's degrees, and a growing number of degree programs on campus and online, it is easy to see why IU East is a leader on campus and in the community. Learn more about the many opportunities Indiana University East offers at iue.edu. IU. Focused on you.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Greatest thing ever happened for Oscar Robertson. He learned to compete.
Basketball in Indiana has a special legacy. It starts with the coaches, develops with the fans, and ends with an amazing community support.
I think one of these days when you're done and you're retired and you kind of shelve that piece of your life, you can look back and be like, wow, that's really incredible.
To play in a state tournament, to be able to play in college, to be able to coach high school girls, and then to be able to see my son coach, basketball has been my life.
Any opportunity I got to play basketball, I played it. You know, that's what I wanted to do. That's what I love doing, and still today I love the game.
And every time Dad put me in, I think as a freshman, sophomore, there was booing. And then the exciting turnaround when I was a junior and senior, every time he took me out, he got booed. So those were fun times.
Basketball got me an education. Got me to be a worldly person as far as reading articles. Got me to be artistic and understand the cultures of the world, the ballet, the opera. It just opened up your whole mind and thoughts about things other than what you can reach out and touch.
Because I never dreamed of going to college, and basketball gave me the opportunity to not only go to college but play professional ball, and I've been around it my whole life. I'm 58 now, and I've been involved for a lot of years.
Where else can you walk around? I'm a 65-year-old man, and people say, George, oh, I remember you in '69 with your high school state championship team. I saw you at Butler. I mean, it's incredible. This is the only place here in Indiana that happens.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto, in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect. For officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Well, we're back here in Richmond as we are ready for the second half. We have just one issue. We lost the scoreboard somewhere. No, I mean, it's here, but it's gone off. Somebody didn't steal it or anything, but the power is, for whatever reason. Now, I'm from Richmond, so I kind of know a little bit about Richmond, but they have a short in that board somewhere. They're going to have to find it here. and try to get that because everybody kicks it. That's what happens. Somebody's big feet down there, and they boot it out. So both, there we go. You guys ever saw Airplane? Yeah, I think they just unplug and go. Just kidding, So everybody goes, "Hey, what's going on?" Because you don't want a delay here and everything. So. All right, let's get back to basketball. Zionsville with the lead, and they'll open things up here in the third. I would love to have been in the locker room to hear these two coaches talk about what they've got to do and what some of the X's and O's that they'll have to try to maneuver with here in the third quarter. That's Vernon, traveled with it, no whistle. Bloomington South crowd saw the same thing I did. Here's Scales, fadeaway shot, no. Rebound by Graham. So Zionsville 0 for 1 out of the gate. They'll stay in that zone as you see the 2-3 extended. One thing, you look at Orbaugh in the middle, he does communicate well. They ran baseline and he knew somebody was coming. He let Vernon know. You got to be aware of the shooters, and here's one right here, and there's Rowland. 9 points now by Rowland. So good start for the Panthers here in the third. That's Thompson. One thing that Vernon hasn't done yet is get to an open spot because he can hit the outside three as well. Scales once again. There he is. Vernon on the way with three. Got it. Just talked about him. He is a matchup nightmare because he can step out and hit the three at 6'6". Back the other way, and there is Anthony Leal. So back to a 2-point ball game. Ball loose on the floor. Foul. Call it maybe Thompson off the drive there of Graham. Well, you look at guys that can shoot the long-range ball, and you look at Vernon, you think, he's a big kid. Times you think he looks more like a football player than a basketball player, but when we watched him the first time out, his ability to step out on the perimeter, hit the three. There's a turnover. Scales with the turnover. Bloomington South, basket good, and he's fouled. Rowland now with 11. Zionsville with their 5th turnover. And Bloomington South tying this ball game at 31. I'm not sure Scales what he saw, but he threw it right into the hands of Rowland. So here is Rowland at the line trying to give the Panthers a 1-point lead, and he will. Good start for the Panthers here in the third quarter. 9-3 run. Here's the shot on the way by Thompson, no good. Rebound by Orbaugh. And we've got a traveling call, turnover by Zionsville. That'll be number 6. 32-31. Bloomington South with the lead. Here's Leal. His skip pass. Getting that defense to move, and once again, here's Rowland. Off the drive, good, Rowland. It's a 3-point lead. And Rowland playing well now here in the third. 34-31. Childress off the drive and can't get it to go. The offensive rebound over Leal. Leal gets the block. Childress gets it back, lays it in, and he is fouled. It has been the rebounding that is really keeping Zionsville in this ball game. Leal picks up his second, got a great block on that second attempt. But now Childress at the line. And just like that, we're tied at 34. Entry pass, pull-up jumper, no, and a foul called on Orbaugh. And that will put Rowland back to the line once again. Two-shot foul here for Grayson Rowland. 5:08 remaining. Free throw is short. Second one by Rowland. And South back up by 1. Well, right now we haven't seen Isaiah Thompson get on track so far here in the second half. Here's Scales. No. Rebound Vernon. Nope. They're going to say shoved with the left arm. Good box out underneath by Rowland. And for Vernon, that's his third foul. So the third team foul now on Zionsville. No movement from the Zionsville bench to get Vernon out of the ball game, so they'll let him play now with 3. Good shot fake, pull-up jumper on the way, no good by Grayson Rowland. Boy, had a really good look, though. Here's Thompson. Thompson with a left-hand drive, scores. Thompson now with 13. Zionsville back up by 1. Yeager will set it up out front now for J.R. Holmes as he yells instructions off the bench. Nice pass inside to Leal. Left hand, no. Offensive rebound, tip up good. Boy, what anticipation by Leal. Zionsville wasting no time as Thompson back the other way missed it. And we've got a foul underneath, and they may get Leal. If it is, it's his third. Out of the ball game now as Orbaugh Veneta comes into the lineup, so they just get bigger when you think about Zionsville. We talked about it, how big their team can be. You know, Bloomington South, not small, but certainly they don't have the size that you see with Zionsville. Under the 4-minute mark now here in the third, 37-36. Bloomington South with a 1-point lead. And boy, I tell you what, a little extracurricular activity going on between Connor Hickman and Nathan Childress. They were shoving each other around with their arms, and they finally called the foul. They're going to get Hickman. Thompson off the inbound. Vernon, fadeaway shot, no. Here come the Panthers. Baseline there for Graham, the kick out and around the perimeter as Bomba decides, nope, I'm not going to shoot it. We'll bring it back and set it up once again. 3:30 to go. Boy, the way this pace started, you thought we'd be maybe in the 70s, 80s, and we may not get there. That game may be played into the 50s now. That is Yeager. Hickman. Now Bomba for 3, no. Tip out, that is Scales. And Scales across the timeline will now get it to Vernon. Thompson in and out of his hands and out of bounds. So Thompson takes his eye off of that one. 7th turnover now by Zionsville. And Bloomington South will get it back. We're going to have to get a towel for that basketball. Apparently got some kind of either water or something on it, so they'll wipe it down before we continue. You know, as a player, I didn't mind a sticky basketball. Always felt like I had better control of it. Not that anybody cares anymore. I'll have to tell them one day about that big game I had a long time ago. Under 3 minutes to go. I like people who do that. Tell us about those big games you had. South basketball. Hickman, pull up. Can't get it to go. Both teams going cold here in the third. So Zionsville basketball down to 2:39. Richmond and Cathedral next. Childress posting up underneath. He wants that basketball outsized there with Hickman at just 6'2". Childress at 6'6". Thompson back once again to Childress. Here's his 3 in the way. Good. Childress stepping out, hitting the three. And there's a turnover by Bloomington South. That's their third. Scales lost it right to Thompson. Wide open for three. Can't get it to go. Rebound Veneta. Back out to Vernon. His three is missed. And Bloomington South will turn it over on the baseline. Yeager was going for it. He along with Joey Bamba. And Bamba may have just caught a piece of Yeager and forced him out of bounds, so we'll stay right here at 157, 39-37. Zionsville on top here in the third. That is Thompson. Vernon clearing to the right. Thompson, lob pass underneath to Childress. He has it blocked out of bounds by Hickman. I think if Childress could have kept that ball up above his shoulders, he would have been okay, but he ended up bringing it back down. Wiedner is in now for Zionsville, and coming out of the ball game, Gunnar Veneta. You know, they don't get a ton of points off their inside game, speaking of Zionsville, especially when you consider guys are 6'9" and 6'10". That offensive production just isn't there on a consistent basis. And a foul call, and this one will go against Joey Bamba. Zionsville's going to get their points from Thompson, as well as Vernon on the outside. There's a steal and a foul call against Thompson. Good steal by Noah Yeager. Zionsville now with their 8th turnover. That's the 4th team foul. Now on Zionsville for Thompson. He picks up his first. Thompson still just 2 points. Here in the second half, he has 13. 1:17 to go in the third. Winner moves to the championship game tonight. Get a little extra rest as they await the winner of Cathedral and Richmond. Starting to make the move there is Yeager, and wisely backs it off. Looks like now Bloomington South will be content for playing the final shot of this third quarter. Another low-scoring quarter here in this semifinal matchup. There's Yeager once again. Thompson will take an extra step out. Yeager starts to penetrate, and again will kick it near midcourt. This is Hickman. Boy, Vernon coming out to play out front against Roland. Vernon doesn't want to pick up his 4th foul. Be careful there. 20 seconds remaining, and there it is. See, I just said that a little bit ago. Be careful, Brandon Vernon, and what does he do? He picks up his 4th foul. So Veneta is in. That's a huge plus now for Bloomington South. You get a shooter out of the ball game and a score. And again now, Veneta bigger, but he is not an offensive threat. 39-37, and boy, the one thing about Brandon Vernon you should know, don't go out there and do that. 9 seconds to go. Here's Yeager in the corner. Dickman for three. Hickman good, Hickman for three at the buzzer. And Bloomington South finishing out the quarter positive. We'll go to the fourth. Nothing decided yet, but Bloomington South holding on to a 1-point lead.
Mendenhall's True Value in Richmond is your local source for the things you need at home or your business every day. Everything from hardware, tools, carpet cleaner rentals, window and screen repair, lawn and garden supplies, as well as hunting and fishing licenses. It's all in one place at Mendenhall's True Value Hardware, right around the corner at 125 Southwest 5th Street in Richmond. Give them a call for more information at 962-4842. Today's game is being brought to you by Tri-County Awards in Richmond. Customized awards and quality engraving services. When you come to Tri-County Awards, you'll get nothing but the best customer service. We take pride in our prompt service and easy availability. Celebrate success with a gorgeous medal, trophy, or plaque from Tri-County Awards. We've been crafting awards since 1972. Choose from a wide variety of designs and styles. We're a locally owned and family-operated business. Tri-County Awards, 1001 South East Street in Richmond.
Well, it appears we will go right down to the wire. 8 minutes remaining. It'll be Panther basketball. How about Connor Hickman finishing it off with a 3 in the third quarter? So now Zionsville playing without Brandon Vernon. Picked up that 4th foul at the end of the third quarter. 2-3 zone again by the Eagles. Here's Leal back in the corner to Yeager. Shot on the way, good. Yeager with another big bucket. And now Bloomington South with a 43-39 lead. Zionsville basketball. Here's a 3 the other way. That's going to be good by Childress. So Childress answering the call. Back to a 1-point lead. Boy, you use that analogy about two heavyweights, and they are going at it here. The drive by Leal, and we've got a foul on the floor. They're going to get Scales. Leal's been quiet. Had the 9 in the first half. 14 points. Still a guy who can really light it up quickly. As the Panthers off the inbound in the corner. Here is Bamba, no. And the rebound by Vanetta. Take that back, Orbaugh back in. And Thompson back the other way to foul call. Bloomington South, or take that back, Zionsville. They're looking for a field goal, actually a goaltending call. Sean Busick, there you see the coach arguing his case. So Yeager picks up the foul, I think. There you go. That's number 2 on Yeager. I say I think. It's hard to understand the public address announcer. So here is Thompson at the line, and he'll be there for 2. He'll get one more. Thompson, the senior, on his way to Purdue. We're going to see Armand Franklin on his way to IU next. Second free throw is good. And we're tied at 43, Panther basketball. Yeager just hit a big 3 moments ago. And there's a turnover and then goes right back to Bloomington South. Yeager, the 3. Got it. He was about ready to pass that basketball off, but Yeager, another 3-pointer. He is in double figures now with 10. And following a near turnover, possession started to change, but Bloomington South gets it right back. And now leaded by 3. Childress has hit some big shots today. That is Thompson running the baseline. He's going to be covered up quickly by Yeager. Skip pass in the right corner. There's Childress. Childress up and under, and he traveled with it. So Zionsville with their 9th turnover. Joey Bamba coming out of the ball game. Back in will be Adam Grant, the 6'5 senior, checking in for the Panthers. 5:47 to go here in the fourth. Leal up and under himself, and he's going to draw the foul. And let's see if they're going to give him a 2-shot foul. On the other end of the floor, Coach Busick wanted to travel. He said, you know what, the same thing happened with my guy at the other end of the floor. Foul will be called on 24, Childress. And here's Anthony Leal at the line, 14 unofficially, and he doesn't miss that much. He'll get one more. Leal's second free throw is good, just a junior. And looks like we're going to have a change here, as here is Brandon Vernon back in. Now Vernon will have to play very smart here for the Eagles. He has 3 points, hit a three-pointer here in the second half, but he also picked up that fourth foul that has put him on the bench for most of this ball game. Scales driving, missing, put back good. There is Childress again. Another offensive rebound for the Eagles. And that has been an Achilles heel right now for Bloomington South. They still, though, have a 2-point lead. 5:08 to go here in the fourth. Lob pass in the corner. Rowland back once again to Leal. They'll penetrate that zone. Here is a shot on the way short. And somehow Bloomington gets it back. 3 on the way, no good by Yeager. And coming away with it, Childress. Here's Thompson. Thompson in the lane, draws the foul, and they're going to say it's on the floor before the shot. Yeager just picked up number 3. Oh, wait a minute. Well, we are at the 1-and-1 now, so it is a 1-and-bonus situation here for Isaiah Thompson. Each team now with 7. Back to a 1-point lead now for Bloomington South. 4:44 to go. Crowd now starting to move in a little bit more for the second game, though how they missed this first game is beyond me. Timeout on the floor for Zionsville. We will take a quick timeout as well. Tied at 47 with 4:44 to go here in the fourth.
After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
We are back here at the Tiernan Center in Richmond. Good ball game going on right now. If you were in the area and you didn't come to this one, you're missing a really good high school basketball game. Zionsville and Bloomington South, 2 of the top teams in the state, no matter what classification you might be referring to. It'd be a lot of fun to watch in the state tournament. You know as well as I do, there are a ton of good teams this year. And, of course, Warren Central is probably on top and everybody else playing for second in 4A. But you never know. You just never know. 4:35 to go, tied at 47. Neither team able to get much of a advantage in this one. High-scoring first period. Low-scoring second, low-scoring third, and we're playing maybe into the 50s by the time we're done. Good shot fake, pull up, rolling, can't get the roll. The rebound, put back good by Leal. Anthony Leal, we have praised him from day one, and he has shown he is worthy of that praise. Here's Scales, halfway through the fourth. Winner of this moves to the championship game tonight. They'll hang around and watch the second game and then get some rest before they come back tonight. This is Thompson. Scales stops, picks up his dribble, trying to find an opening for someone and then turns it over. 10 turnovers now by Zionsville. Here's another 3 on the way, short by Rowland, and then gets the rebound. And then a foul call, as Leal starts to drive, gets cut off by Childress, and Childress will get the foul. Childress tried to draw the charge. He got hit right underneath the chin. And there is Anthony Leal. Tell you what, if they win this thing, and not just this game, but let's say they win the next one, this kid's on the all-tournament team no matter what. I mean, he would certainly be right up there for your MVP honors as he hits both. 51-47. Boy, you don't let that kid get out of your own backyard. He's going to be pretty good. Just a junior, 6'5", and I guarantee he'll be a junior all-star. Here's Thompson for three, yes. And answering the other way is another Indiana all-star right there, and that's Isaiah Thompson. He's on his way to Purdue, 51-50. Bloomington South now holding on to a 1-point lead, under 3 minutes to go. Now, if you're the Panthers, you're not going to hold here, but if you can try to control the basketball, do you pull these Eagles out of that zone? There is a nice drive with the left hand. Good by Hickman. Back now to a 3-point lead for the Panthers. 2:30 remaining. Thompson, will he take over himself? That is Childress. Back to Thompson. High screen by Orbaugh and a foul call. That'll go against Grayson Rowland. So Thompson at the line. Each team now with 8. 19 points now by Isaiah Thompson. 21 points by Anthony Leal, and we've got a timeout on the floor. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Bloomington South on top by 3. Our next game set to tip off at 1 o'clock. It'll be Cathedral and Richmond. Can Richmond pull off an upset over Armand Franklin and the Fighting Irish? They're just a few points away from being undefeated, and they really took care of business yesterday in their win over Greensburg, 73-55. They got up to a slow start, but then they just got the gears rolling, and the next thing you know, they win that contest. So, here is Isaiah Thompson at the line. Front end of the 1-and-1. 2:19 remaining here in the fourth. Thompson, as we said, now 19 points unofficially, and he's made it 20. When you're going to get to crunch time, we're going to find out. It'll be guys like Anthony Leal, Isaiah Thompson, Nathan Childress, Noah Yeager, guys like that will take over a ball game. 21 now by Thompson. And we're coming up on the 2-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Bloomington South leading it by 1. Good look at Yeager. Thompson just an arm's length away. Now to be Rowland. 1:55 to go. Rowland, bounce pass on the right wing. Going to get it back to Leal. Yeager against Thompson, and timeout by Bloomington South. This is going to be a 30-second timeout. We will keep it here. 144 is too long to try to hold against Zionsville. I don't think that's going to be an issue. The one thing you'll try to do if you're Bloomington South, you want to try to get a really good look before you take a shot. And if you can, that clock starts to run down, you know you're going to force Zionsville to have to come out and foul and put you at the free throw line. But, boy, with Isaiah Thompson out there guarding on the perimeter, that young man can get a steal at any time. Wiedner's back in as well for the Eagles. So here we go. Following the timeout, Leal will inbound. You want to say if they were going to have a hard time getting it in, the good news is you're right in front of your own bench. You can get a quick timeout if you need be. Now, this is not exact. There you go. You're looking for that right there. Leal leans in, misses, tried to draw the foul. Had a good look. Here's Thompson back the other way, 53-52. Well, that's a pretty good move, though, by Leal. Just didn't finish it. Tried to draw the foul against Childress. So now Zionsville basketball. Boy, dangerous pass. Thompson, the double team. Takes it to the sideline, and they're going to say it went off the foot of one of the Bloomington South players. Thompson tried to go down the sideline with that trap coming. And Thompson gets bailed out of that one. That could have been a huge turnover against Zionsville. 1 minute remaining as you see the clock right there in the background. 53-52. Vernon for three, no. Hasn't shot one in a while. We said he got into foul trouble. He's been sitting. He usually strokes a few early. So now Bloomington South with a 1-point lead. Zionsville really up at the grill now. Here's Leal. Leal against Childress. Bloomington South holding on, and that'll be a foul against Isaiah Thompson. So they will put Yeager at the line. Team foul number 9, not in the bonus, or I should say the double bonus yet. We are in the bonus here for Noah Yeager. 32.1 seconds remaining. We probably didn't want to foul him, but at that point, you didn't have a whole lot of choice. You needed to go after somebody. It's still a one-possession game, even if he makes this one. Second free throw is up. It is good. 55-52, and wait a minute, foul called on the inbound immediately on Grayson Rowland. There wasn't even a second off the clock. Head coach J.R. Holmes says the Thompson actually reached behind and grabbed Rowland. It wasn't the other way around. So now Isaiah Thompson at the line. Unofficially 21 points by Thompson. This is a big free throw right here, down by 3. You know, this may work out just right. I know that Bloomington South was upset about the foul, but you're going to get the basketball back right here, barring a miss and an offensive rebound by Zionsville. You're going to force another foul call. But a timeout, 55-54. This is going to be a full timeout right here. We will take a timeout as well. We're right down to the wire here in our first semifinal.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
We mentioned strategy earlier in this one between these two head coaches, and now it's a 1-point ball game. If you're Zionsville, do you foul immediately? And who do you foul? Number 2, if you don't foul immediately, how long do you want this clock to run at 32.1? You don't want it to run for a long time. Now be careful of somebody running long off this inbound as well. How many teams end up falling asleep and then someone runs long and you get beat for a layup? Well, they did run long, but nothing there. Here is Leal. Bloomington South fans thought that Leal got fouled, and there you go. Leal's like, you know what, I got hit 2 or 3 times. That should have been called before now, but 22.9 to go, and Anthony Leal goes to the line. That'll be the 10th team foul now on Zionsville, and Leal will be there for 2, unofficially 19 for Leal, and he missed the front. Well, that's good news if you're Zionsville and Vernon back in. That gives you a definite outside threat. Second free throw by Leal is good. So now Zionsville has a chance to win this ball game with a 3 or tie and send us into overtime. Thompson on the drive, good. Tied at 56. Thompson with 25, 8 seconds to go. Here's Leal down the lane, loses the ball. Last opportunity, 1 to go, and short, and we're going to go to overtime. The 4th overtime of this tournament. And how fitting that we would go to overtime in the first semifinal. We'll come back. 4 minutes of free basketball coming right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make powerful partners. Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
Well, our 4th overtime game, we've had, outside of this one, we've had a single overtime, a double overtime, a triple overtime. You know, the way this one is going, this could be a 4 overtimer. We could have the cycle by the time it's all said and done. All right, here we go. 4 minutes, again, of free basketball. Ball and the tip won by Zionsville. By the way, Isaiah Thompson unofficially 25 points. Anthony Leal with 20 leading the way for the Panthers. And now you see the Panthers extending that zone. We take a look at Coach Busick. What are they going to run right here? That is Childress right out near midcourt. Well, already 30 seconds holding the basketball, and now it'll be Thompson. Vernon setting that high screen. Thompson drawing the double team. Almost throws it away and does. Turnover Zionsville. Here's Leal. They leave him alone, and then Thompson quickly comes back, and they'll reverse it left side to Rowland. Yeager at the top. And Zionsville, how are they going to play this? They're going to go into a zone as well, and the baseline shot, no good. Rebound foul called on Rowland. That's going to be, I believe, his 5th. Let's wait and see if it's 4 or 5. So Rowland fouls out. They will lose a 3-point threat. Into the ball game now is Joey Bamba. I have Rowland for 15. So Childress at the line. Everybody now in double bonus. And Childress bricked that one. He'll get one more. Childress unofficially now 20 points. And Zionsville will take a 1-point lead. Well, now with out Rowland and his threat from the outside, that takes a little bit of pressure off of Zionsville, but you got to cover down low, and wide open is Graham. And they found him. 58-57. Graham just running that baseline, found the opening. Good pass by Yeager. That is Scales working out front. You see him right there at midcourt, and all over Thompson is Bamba. So now Thompson, downtown three, got it. Wow. 28 now for Isaiah Thompson, and you couldn't get much deeper than that unless you shot it from Union County. That thing was way out there. Leal down by 2. He gets fouled, and boy, that was close to a 4-point play, and Sean Busick just kind of holding his hands over the top of his head. So now Leal at the line for 3. 20 for Leal. First overtime, 1:49 remaining. Richmond and Cathedral now waiting a little bit longer. Tied again. One more here for Anthony Leal. And now Bloomington South leading it by 1. Boy, you could not ask for a better high school basketball game than what you're seeing right here. Thompson nearly lost it, regains, throws it up off the glass, missed. Hickman with a rebound. Here come the Panthers. Leal stops, waits for help, goes back to Hickman. Now they'll set it up out front. Same situation as we saw in regulation. And now, man-to-man by the Eagles. The drive, missing it short. Yeager unable to come up with it. Scales traveled, no call there. Vernon back to Scales across the timeline. Vernon, he'll launch a 3. He can't get it to go. Ball tipped, coming up with it, Scales. Scales has it blocked, but a whistle and a foul. They got Hickman for the foul. That's his second. That young man right there. Now the pressure is on Anthony Scales. 1:06 remaining. Now tied at 61. Scales will try it again, but not until we have a timeout on the floor. 1:06 to go. Overtime, number 1. Will we see number 2? We'll find out soon.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto and business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
1:06 to go here in overtime, and Zionsville, Bloomington South. But you didn't buy a ticket for this game. Why would you not buy a ticket for this game? You knew it was going to be good. Well, you should be here. I appreciate you watching, but you ought to be here. Watch it later. Be here now. Scales back in. Boy, calmly hits both. Zionsville leads it by 1. Nothing decided yet. Zionsville back into that 2-3 zone. Here the Zionsville fans here. They want defense. Here's a 3 on the way. No good. Bamba took a look. 44 seconds to go. Thompson fouled in the backcourt by Hickman. So Thompson, chance to get to that 30-point plateau once again. 41.9 remaining. He was all by himself other than the 5 Bloomington South players around him, and he missed the first of 2. It is going to stay a one-possession game no matter what. Thompson back in. Chance for 29 now. The Purdue recruit makes it a 2-point ball game. So now Bloomington South behind the 8 ball right here. 35 seconds remaining. Overtime number 1. Yeager with the basketball. Yeager gets the high screen. Back to double screen. Here is Leal, and he's going to get fouled, and it's going to be a 3-shot foul again. Second time that Anthony Leal has been fouled on a 3-point shot. Who did they get? Was that Scales again? Scales. Another foul on Scales. And Bloomington South with Leal at the line. Chance here to regain the lead. Oh, he missed the second. 24 points by Leal. This will tie the ball game. Short. Leal rarely misses free throws. Ball loose on the floor, and he scrambled for it. We've got a jump ball. Zionsville wanted a timeout. Scales on the floor along with Bamba. And Zionsville thought they had possession as Thompson was calling a timeout, but he didn't get it, so it's a jump ball. And Bloomington South is going to call a timeout with 20.3 seconds remaining. This, I believe, let's see if it's a 30. Ball's going to be inbounded on the baseline. The Eagles wanted to know where that ball would be. Well, that's always a tough call, and we saw one yesterday in the Richmond game where Portage didn't have full possession of the basketball. The ball's rolling around, and the backside official called a timeout when a Zionsville player yelled timeout, and they gave possession of the ball to Portage, and that was really not a good call at that position. And you could see where an official can be in a tough situation if somebody yells timeout, and he thought that it was a possession. Richmond eventually ended up winning the ball game. So now with 20.3 to go, let's see what Bloomington South will do right here. They got the possession arrow. Anthony Leal, 24 points. Isaiah Thompson, 29 points. 22 points by Nathan Childress. And now the inbound. And again, nothing there, so Bloomington South calls a timeout. I was watching J.R. Holmes, their head coach. There was an area right in front of their bench. It was wide open. All they had to do is have somebody move to that area, and nobody went there. Just, come on, right there. Right there. The funny thing is, the players don't always see what the coaches see. Coaches, I used to coach. I never missed a play. Players always blew it every time they went out. 20.3 to go. What a game. So Richmond next. That's going to be moved back. You're probably, well, again, depending on what happens with this one, we'll have to reset everything and then move to the next channel. As we always do on Radio Troy, we split all the games up so you can choose which one you want to maybe re-see or look back at some of the games we've had in this tournament. We've had really good response. Over 1,000 people watching the Richmond game from yesterday. So now the inbound. There was that open spot. 18 seconds remaining. Yeager Right side. Bomba back to Yeager. 11 seconds. Here's Leal. Leal draws the double team. Back to Yeager. Floating the pass down and around the perimeter. Back to Yeager for three. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Put back. No. Almost at the buzzer by Bomba. And Zionsville surviving the first semifinal. And so the Eagles will move to the championship game tonight at 7:30. They will play the winner of Richmond and Cathedral coming up next. Bloomington South, they will play for third place. That game will take place here at the Tiernan Center at 6 o'clock, and we'll have that game for you as well. Final score, Zionsville 63, Bloomington South 62. Thanks for being with us. This has been the Wettig Tournament right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.